to be showing you a get ready with the look that I have right here. I kind of have like my little foo-foo dog hair. So I use mainly all beige cosmetics. I will show you my favorite products, which are the Forever Sculpt and Glow. And also these two palettes, which are the Dark Rose palette right here that came out with the blushes and the liquid liner, which I show you what the liner looks like and all that good stuff. And also the Party Girl After Hours. So I don't know, this is like the naughty version of it. Also, something that you should take advantage of is why I wanted to use these palettes first, and plus I said this probably like 2 months ago I was going to use them, is that they have free shipping with a code down below. It's like free, I'm going to link it down below, but you get free shipping once you spend 30. It's usually 50, and I know sometimes that extra 20, like, you know what I mean, off will just, it'll just be better for anybody. 50 sometimes you're like, oh, $50, but if it's 30, it's not as bad. Just so I can go over the Dark Rose palette really quick. I love the cover, the skull, the everything. It's such a cute palette. On the inside, I will say that the colors are super buttery and creamy. The eyeliner is great. It's pigmented. It doesn't look like it fades out to a gray. These blushes are so pretty. For the beige Party Girl After Hours, you can't beat the packaging as well. Purple and silver, and all the colors are super beautiful. What's really cool about this one is that they have diamond shades. So these are shades that you can actually tap on top, and they're more of like glittery, but they're actually really good quality and way better than some of their other ones within the year. Also, everything in this video for this tutorial I bought on my own with my own money, just in case you guys wanted to know. Now into the tutorial. Woo! Guys, okay, so now let's get started. What I've been using for my eyebrows usually has been the Tarte Brow, what is this? Amazon Clay Waterproof Brow Mousse in medium brown, or I've been using the Anastasia shade in medium. So I've been using this one because I feel like this one gives a more softer appearance. It comes with a brush, which I absolutely, this brush is so bomb. I even used it with my Anastasia. Right there. Whole brow tutorial, and then I'll just link that down below. And basically just line the bottom, line the top, and then I fill in with whatever excess I have, and then I just blend everything out, and then I'll just carve it out with some concealer. This one is 2.0. I've been using the 1.5 when I want like a really nice highlight, but right now I'm just gonna just do one side just so I can show you. I just take this, and underneath the brow I just outline it, pat this down, and then I'll just prime my eyes. I usually do the top of my eyebrow after when I do my foundation, so now let's get on to the eyes. So I already primed my face with my Benefit Professional, and then I'm just gonna prep my eyes with my NYX shadow base in Skin Tone, and this is the base that I always use. Okay, so now I'm gonna go for a more purple look. So I'm gonna start off with sorry, I had a brain fart right now. I'm going to start off with this brown shade right here to put in the crease, because the other palette does not have a transition color, which is fine because we all have so many different, but I wanted to stick to BH, so I'm just going to stick that transition color, oh, it's really nice, right into the crease. This is super similar to Makeup Geek's Creme Brulee, which I love for the crease. From the Dark Rose palette is this purple shade right here, and I'm going to stick this right into the crease. I'm going to be using the diffuse crease brush just because it's really good with definition but still blends out nicely. I'm going to make this very vivid because I want this look to still really pop out those purples and pinks that are going to be in this eye. Hopefully it doesn't look like a black eye. I will tell you right now though that these colors are really easy to blend on both of these palettes, because some of their previous palettes I will say I'm not a fan of because they do get a little chalky and they're super hard to really pack on. There's a lot of fallout and the pigmentation is not there. Obviously you can see this baby is pigmented, so I'm just going to take that same previous fluffy brush and just blend out those edges. Now with a more defined darker color, I'm going to take this deep chocolate brown. It's more like a deep chocolate plum. I'm going to use the small taper blending because this is really precise and it still blends out in that crease, but it's more for definition. Just start making that crease really nice and deep. And this time I'm just going to take this color all the way in, which I usually don't, to be a little bit different and more dramatic. And then I just did that to the other side. And don't worry if you get any on the lid, you can always correct that after. And of course when you blend you usually lose color, and I'm just picking up more color and just going back and forth, and that's really what I'm doing. I'm seriously doing windshield wiper motions just to really define that crease, and then you're going to use that blending brush to then blend it out. So now I'm just going to take this shade from the palette, the Glow palette that I'll show you in a second. I'm just going to highlight the under brow bone just so I can set that concealer that I actually use to help carve out my eyebrow. This more peachy shade right onto the lid. I'm just going to pack that on, and as you can see, it doesn't matter how much I blend it down into my lid. This color is so pigmented out of the dark rose that it's going to help carve out my lid all over again. And this color is seriously phenomenal. It's so beautiful and shiny, and I'm in shock right now. As you can see how easy it was to carve that out. So I'm gonna grab some more shadow, and look how pigmented these are. I'm really impressed by the quality. Beige has really stepped up their game. When I first started my YouTube and I started using them, they were like okay, but most of the palettes were chalky, but now their game is like stepped up so much, and they have to, because you know, not all makeup needs to be really expensive in order for it to be of good quality, and they're really proving that. I love it. Deepen this even more. So now, don't worry about the sides. I always clean that up afterwards. So now I'm going to show you what the liquid liner looks like, just for the sake of the video, but then I'm going to put gel over, because I don't really like non-waterproof liners, which this is, but I just wanted to see what it looked like. But like I said, I'm just going to lay over, oh, it works really easy. I'm just going to lay over gel because I like waterproof eyeliner. Oh wow, this is a really easy eyeliner. It reminds me of the Ico one. So this is what it looks like with the liner, and as you can see, the liner goes on extremely smooth. I like it. It's not bad at all. So like if I know I'm not going to sweat later on or anything like that, this liner seems fine. And again, it comes in the dark rose palette. And wing out my wing, which I always do because that's just my personal preference. Just line your eye as you usually do. Like I said, it's up to you on the liner. Some people get upset I always wing, but that's just my thing. I don't know, I just like it. Remember, I believe I can fly. I'm just going to wing that out with my wing liner brush. And then I'll just connect it. And I'm using my Sigma Wicked Gel Liner, and then I'll just fill that in. Load on some mascara and use my Ardell Demi Whispies. This is a straight up oldie but goodie. I'm so used to dramatic lashes, so I'll probably just really pile on some mascara on these themselves. But yeah, I really like to kind of use lashes that aren't too dramatic most of the time when I do color, because I feel like when you use such dramatic lashes that you kind of cover all your work that you've done. So I like how these open the eye just enough. So these are what the eyes look like so far, and now I'm going to move on to the rest of my face and then finish my eyes. So now, originally I picked up two of the foundations, but oh yes, I forgot to use this. I got the Beige Anti-Shine Primer, darn it. I already primed my face with my Benefit Professional. Oh, it's more of like a primer like the Benefit Professional, except it feels like it has a little bit more slip to it. Let's see how it finishes. Ooh, it's a really nice velvet finish. So it almost feels a little bit softer than my Benefit Professional, but this one is really cheap and affordable, because when I ordered everything, it was so cheap. It was, what did I spend? I ended up spending over $50 because I wanted to get free shipping because I'm psycho. But I know, don't forget down below that there's a code you can get free shipping just when you hit $30, which is awesome. So now back to the foundations. The foundations I ended up picking up were, what colors? Medium Rose, which is way too dark and way too orange for me. Like, it's like, what is that? It's just not gonna work. It's pretty, it's like an orange peach. It's not looking good. Golden Beige. I got both of these at the same time, but Golden Beige is way too brown biscuit for me. And then I was thinking maybe if I combine them, and it just looks like Oompa Loompa Attack. So I will have to say that those two shades already had orange undertones to them, so I'm not sure how the other ones look. It's kind of hard to match yourself. It has like a soft baby powder scent, and they seem like they might be a little heavy. So far, I'm not going to really recommend these. I'm going to try the new L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, and this is a new foundation I'm going to be trying out. I'm not going to do a review on it right now just because this is my first time using it, and I told you in my Maybelline Matte and Poreless that I want to do like a full review. What primers, what moisturizers, what works with what. So let me grab a kabuki right now. This is just in Sun Beige. Oh, and it matches because I'm in Sun Beige in the True Match as well. Supposedly this is supposed to last like 24 hours and I'm like, what? Concealer, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me in the color Sand, and I'm just going to take that right underneath the eyes to highlight. Just using my finger melts everything in easier and less creasing for me lately. Whoop, whoop. Now I'm going to use my Beige Cosmetics Pro Powder in 235. I'm really like a 230 to 235 right now in between, but I just want to add more color and more brown biscuitness to my skin, so I'm just going to set that right there. But the outer perimeters of my face, not my under eye yet, and you'll see why, because I'm going to use that Sculpt and Glow. Oh, I love this powder, you guys. I also ordered backups of 230 and 235 because this is seriously just as good as the Studio Fix powder from MAC. It's a little bit more chalky, more powdery, but if you just dab it really quick, you get enough product and you don't have to swirl it in. Don't do that because then you're gonna get a lot of fallout. This thing is bomb. I have a whole video on it. It's a total dupe for it. I love it. I mean, the closest dupe you'll ever get. And the price point, you can't beat it. My Sculpt and Glow, which I love. I'm going to use this to contour and to highlight. This highlight is so beautiful. I'm going to get all into this. It reminds me of the banana powder from Anastasia Contour Kit. This highlight is almost like apricot from Bobbi Brown. These contour powders are great. This one has a little bit of a red undertone to it. It is matte though, that's what I love. I really like this. They have a darker one, which is, I mean, this is the darker one, but they do have a lighter one as well, and this blush is really nice. I think the darker one is really great for medium to darker skin tones, but I feel like light skin tones can also work with this. Just have to be careful with the product. I'm going to use my setting powder brush, my taper highlighter. I'm going to take this yellow powder right here, and I'm just going to set my under eye, and this is going to keep my concealer in place, and it just helps brighten underneath that eye as well. And brightening powders can be really pricey, and this whole palette is just phenomenal. Like I said, I'm just like in love with this thing. It's so cheap and affordable. I'm gonna just bring a little bit of that powder down the nose, a little bit on the chin, and then I just like to just dab a little on the forehead. This shade right here in order to do a softer contour with my blush brush from Sigma. Boom, look how nice that blends right there, right into the skin. It's really great. Again, this is just the middle shade, and I could actually use this for a transition shade too, now that I think of it. My Ida, because I love my Ida. I'm gonna link this down below. Oh, it's so great. I'm gonna stick that right in the hollows of my cheeks and just start darkening that area right there. And then I'm just going to use that brush just to buff it up and blend it in. And what I love is that just the hold of it and just everything. You can just turn it all ways and just blend up, and you get like that nice sharp edge, like you're ready to cut someone. Just look how easy these powders blend. They don't look muddy whatsoever. Blush right here with my small dual fiber brush. This blush is really pigmented, so just take a little on the backs. And I like this color because it complements that purple and pink. I don't know, just ties it in. So then I'll just kind of blend it with my blending brush. Oh, found it. This highlights right here, it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna place that right on my cheekbones, on the tops of my cheekbones, and pile it on because I love to pile on highlighter. You guys, this thing, look at that. It's so nice. It's silky. I'm gonna bring a little down the nose, but that highlight though, no, I had to do that. So as you can see, the blush and the highlighter look so beautiful. This palette, I'm telling you, I highly recommend it. Now, one pencil I love to highlight the inner corner is this Party Girl pencil. And then this one is a waterproof one, and it's called Star. So it gives you this nice sparkle right on the inner corner. And then you could just blend it out with your finger, but I love this thing. It's just so beautiful, like how it looks in person. This darker deep plum again, and now I'm just going to use a smudge brush just to darken that lower lash line. And then after I blend this one out, I'm just going to add mascara. I just added in my favorite black liner, my waterline eyeliner in the color Earth, and it's a really beautiful nude. So I'm gonna take that right on my lips and just line them out. I kind of just like this lip liner on its own, actually. But I think this is this is a waterproof lip liner, and I can tell that this color is going to last for such a long time. And it does, it doesn't even transfer. I was like, so yeah, so this was my get ready with me using all BH Cosmetics mostly. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this look, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah! Boop, boop.